Jeremy, what's up?
What's up, Eric? How are you, my friend?
Well, thank you. How are you?
Good. Feeling the holiday festive spirit for sure.
It's a good year.
It is a good year.
Congratulations.
Thanks. It's a good year. It's a good day.
Personally, professionally, this is what it's all about.
One day at a time, just trying to make the best of today.
Best of today. So we have a gift today, because it was a gift for Jeremy. It was a gift that passed along to me as much as I dreaded it.
Let's be honest, you got a ways to go. No,
Oh, I have a ways to go, but it was definitely a gift that I was not welcoming about, but now just swear by it and help push the love to others to do it. Told them how I did it, because that's one of the important questions. But anyway, today is on meditation. This is part 3 of our creator workshop.
Yep.
The first one, accountability. Recap it.
Accountability. Yeah, that's where it starts. You got to know where you are and take full responsibility for it to then be able to get out of that stuckness or wherever you're at.
Bottom line, I'm here because of me.
Oh yeah,
and only me,
only you
can move on and progress. And when you take that true accountability, and it wasn't his fault or her fault, and this crutch or that crutch, you can move on and create an amazing, wonderful life for yourself.
Absolutely.
Number 2 was
positive self-talk.
Okay.
So I mean, we have 70,000 thoughts. These thoughts, our mind is so powerful. It's like an antenna. Whatever your mind puts out, it's going to come back in. So therefore, the more positivity you put out, the more positivity is going to come back into your life.
100%. You live in a negative, toxic world. Suddenly you're surrounded by negativity and toxicity and so on. You live in this positive, helpful, peaceful world. That's what you're going to attract. And it's just, there's signs, many signs.
And you got to practice it.
What are we kind of talking about today?
Meditation.
You love meditation.
Well, what's there not to love? Meditation gets you out of mental chatter. And who doesn't want to get out of the mental chatter sometimes? And the thing is, we all do, and we all do it. And sometimes we just get out of it in different ways, right? Name 10 of the worst habits or any bad habit. And that's a way to get out of the mental chatter, because it's an escape from the mind, whatever it is. A lot of these, sometimes it's like TV. TV can get you out of the mental chat. Being on your phone a lot can get you out of there. So there's all these things. Actually, all of society pretty much is trying to get us out of this mental chatter from external sources. And meditation is the opposite of that. It's getting out of the mental chatter, but going inside.
Right.
And becoming the watcher of your thoughts, observing all of them. Instead of running out and escaping them, you go in and you watch them. And what that does is that slows them down, and it gives you an opportunity to change old patterns. And these old patterns are hardwired in every single one of us. And there's a lot of negativity and stuckness behind them.
Right. So just the process of stopping from this, nonstop, I'm so busy, I'm everywhere but nowhere type mentality, just stopping for a few minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, some meditate for an hour, etc. But just to be able to stop and just really be present and aware, that's the magic. That's when you can reflect on negative thoughts. So if you were to define meditation in a sentence or two.
Meditation is just being the observer and watching everything that's in front of you, non-judgmental. And if you have thoughts that are going to come in that are judgmental, You just watch those thoughts. So you watch everything. You become the awareness that you are.
Nice. So part of my path, and we're going to talk about that, because when I was a beginner and just never diagnosed for ADHD, but really hard for me to sit down and just for 5 or 10 minutes and not do something. But listening to guided meditations was really important for me at the beginning. So we have a gift for you. Jeremy wrote his own 7-minute guided meditation for this audience that we're gonna do it at the end. That's why we want you to stick around. We're going to talk about it and what it's meant in our lives, define it a little bit more, then do the meditation, and then we're going to reflect on that meditation.
Yep.
And we're trying to do this quickly so you guys can move on and so on. But anyway, so share your personal journey with meditation. Just how I guess it's impacted all facets, mind, body, soul.
So it started at the end of 2019, driving down to the casino. I was actually listening to one of my first spiritual books. And there was a part in the book that really hit me hard inside. I felt it emotionally. And as I felt this emotionally, this truck drives by. I've never seen it before, never seen it after. And it said spirit right on the side of it. And when I saw that truck, I had these thoughts of just going ahead and signing up to be a health coach, life coach, and so on. And I also made the decision then that I would also practice meditation, and I'm going to do it for a minimum of 30 days. I set the goal right there and then. Actually came to the casino, signed up for the classes, and ordered the sauna. So the sauna comes in, I start meditating. I'm sitting there for minimum, I would say 45 minutes every day, listening to different stuff, electronic music a lot sometimes just, regular kind of like healing frequencies.
Sometimes sitting, sometimes standing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just started doing it every day, and it was good. It was like, I kind of felt good about my body and started to get healthier and just started feeling really good. And then all of a sudden, one day out of nowhere, I had my great going into peeling back of the onion, going inside of the mind where all of these buried thoughts from childhood were there. And they were inside my body, and they were causing an unconscious program. So I was walking around one way in life, not knowing this is the way I'm walking.
Right.
So it's almost like just walking unconsciously, or almost like a zombie. I even remember my mom would tell me for like 20 years, Jeremy, go talk to someone. Go talk to someone. I'm like, what are you talking about? I don't need to talk to anybody. I'm perfectly right. Now looking back, I was a total mess. So in this meditation, all of these like childhood thoughts and like creations, illusions, characters, ego stuff, just all of a sudden came out. Like I witnessed them. I had this higher perspective, and I'm watching down on them. And a lot of it is auditorial. A lot of it is visual. I had some visual stuff happening there. And I just let it out. And the way that I let it out was, now that I know this is the way that we let shit out, is by crying. That's just it's a purge. You're purging the negativity out of your body through tears. And I sat there for 30 minutes, cried for like the first time in 30 years. And I got out of that sauna, and I just felt completely different. I don't even know what happened to me. It was almost like I felt like I was on like this ecstasy of just love. Like everything seemed and looked different. Like now all of a sudden my perspective was much positive. Like, wait, just like that, like a flip of a switch. And I was like, whoa, this happened in meditation. So that's it. I gave meditation respect. I will always respect meditation. You can always go back to meditation. You're not always going to have these great epiphanies and awakening. And by the way, I had one where a Zero Doubt Club was seen from a different level. It was sometime, in the future, but the future is always now. where, I'm just helping a lot of people. I'm helping 1 million people. I'm like standing on stage at a TED Talk or something. It's not clear yet. I know that it's out there and it's going to happen, which was great. It was a great meditation because that was the one that I was like, whoa, this is weird because I'm someone who fears public speaking. And I'm standing on stage. This doesn't make any sense, but it does make sense because, again, what I've come to learn is that our biggest fears, and hint on the meditation that we're going to do at the end of this podcast, our biggest fears end up opening us up the most.
Right.
It peels back the onion. If you can get down to your biggest fear and do it, you'll be completely different.
We're beginning to train me and life coach me. That was like a very inspiring, crazy story to me, was this breakthrough in meditation and speaking in front of 100,000 people. And you're this shy Jeremy that I've known for so long. And, I mean, it's exciting. It's exciting. And if you're on very low levels of consciousness and ego and negativity and running through life without stopping, you'll never see it. You'll never experience it. You'll never, progress.
Yeah.
You're regressing, basically.
There's Eckhart Tolle wrote in his book,
Right.
when you're living in the mind, it's like you're the chief of police and you're looking for the arson, but you're also the arson.
Whoa.
You can't figure out the solution by continuously trying to figure it out with mental stuff.
Right.
I'll figure it out tomorrow. In 1 year from now, I'm going to have it figured out. That's not how it works. The mind will never figure out the solution to your problems. It's going past your problems, realizing you actually don't even have any problems, that the problems are all illusions.
Total.
And you tell that to a lot of people, it doesn't make sense because the mind, if you take it from the mind, then the mind can't comprehend that because then the mind would fail to exist. The ego creates the problems. So if you tell your ego there is zero problems, the ego's going to defend it till its death.
Right.
But here's a better question. Who's the one who's asking and talking to the ego? That's that highest level of all of a sudden your past mind.
The subconscious, yeah.
Yeah.
So you've touched on it, but like specific key benefits of meditation.
I mean, I'll give meditation the power to heal just about everything. And at the end of the day, it's like meditation actually can provide you the knowing that you're even beyond this physical body. So knowing this knowing all of a sudden takes all this worry and anxiety and stress and it just throws it out of your body. So what do you think that's going to do to you on the cellular level when we're all thought and energy? Everything is vibration. So whatever you're thinking, okay, is vibrating inside of you. So meditation will allow you to get these thoughts out of you.
The negative, cancerous thoughts.
Yeah, exactly.
Cancerous thoughts cause cancer, like literally.
Exactly.
Where again, the higher levels of consciousness of, awareness and gratitude and peace and love, why wouldn't you want to get into that state? Why, you know what I mean? Like
there is actually a good reason why people don't want to get into that state, and it goes to their ego. Their ego is enjoying living in pain because that's what it associates itself with. So if you're suffering right now, if you're stuck in pain, you actually need more pain. Joy actually, and again, I'm reading the book now too, again for like the 7th time. Eckhart Tolle talks about this. When you're living in this pain, you despise joy. You despise joy. It's like disgusting to you because you're so used to this pain and it's who you are. It's your identity. You've created this identity, this ego. And again, the ego will do everything and anything in its power to protect itself because it sees itself as a separate entity.
Man, and at the beginning of this journey for me too. This mind, body, soul, healthy, positive, higher levels of consciousness journey that I'm definitely still on and have a long way to go. But what really helped me was, this seeing it in others. So helped me see it in me. Right. So when they were negative and toxic, as I'm going through this journey and I'm starting to meditate and I'm starting to not want to be that, but I'd see it in others, and it would almost attract me to revert back to that.
Mm-hmm.
And then your simple thing of, man, they're sick. They're sick. Their mind is in that negativity, toxicity. Don't let it pull you through. In fact, pray for them. You know what I mean? As opposed to get mad at them or whatever else, because they need what you're going through. It just helped me switch it instead of being upset at somebody for saying something, not nice or rude or helpful or whatever else, but to be like, yeah, one healthy, happy person that meditated and worked out today would have said that or done that. Is the point.
Well, it can happen. The mind is so powerful. It's conditioned in all of us for hundreds of thousands of years. Okay, that's how powerful the mind is. Ever since thought has come out, and it's easy to fall to that trap. So that's why you got to take it one day at a time, and you just have to do the steps. You got to do the work.
The work is so worth it. And again, everyone's like, "Oh my God, so much fun." 5-minute guided meditation.
Well, then your mind is going to run the show. Which is, if that maybe that's what it takes. Because look, we're all here to transcend the mind. We're all here to realize we are not our thoughts. We are not our mind. We're something way above that. Okay. So to get to that point, sometimes it just takes where I can't take it anymore. I can't listen to these thoughts anymore and break out of it.
Right.
I think that's what happened to me.
But two, it's that investment of 5-10 minutes, especially at the beginning, that because we're again, that perpetual negativity and thoughts and stress and ego, like eat away at you all day long. That 5-10 minutes of work, quote unquote, helps you do everything else easier and helping others and sleeping better, wanting to work out. Like this is
the way that it helps you, because it creates the practice, and then you need to do it every 5 minutes. You have to do it right now. You have to do it in 5 minutes. You have to practice being in a meditative state, because just meditating for 5 minutes and then getting back into the program, then what good is that? You have to take that meditation and you have to build off of it. You have to baby step off of it.
Right.
And that you hope that 5-minute meditation will lead where you can just sit there for one day with no cell phones, no nothing, okay, and just be at peace with yourself, okay? But you can scale it back. Can you do it for an hour? If you can't do it for an hour, if you can't sit there for an hour without anything, just you, then you got a ways to go. You need to keep meditating.
Well, most can't that haven't gotten used to it.
Then you need to. I would highly recommend to start. But again, the 5-minute practice is good because you can see what it's all about. Like, ask yourself, okay, why can't I sit there for 5 minutes? Oh, because I'm having all of these thoughts. Okay, so is it the thoughts? Is there thoughts in those thoughts that is telling me to get up? Well, what would happen if I didn't listen to it and just for 5 more minutes, just kind of watched and heard the thoughts? Am I able to, can I do it? I think I can do it. I think anyone can do it. So now you take that 5 to 10.
Right.
And you just increased your observational powers. You've increased your present power.
So there's no question on mental benefits and spiritual benefits of meditation. And you touched on physical as far as preventative medicine, maybe even, not maybe, but I know you believe in it. I believe in it too. But to rehabilitate yourself from sicknesses, and whatever else through meditation. So talk more about the physical, benefits of meditation. We talked about mental and spiritual.
Well, it's all the same. I mean, again, we're all energy. We're actually not physical. The physicality of our body is an illusion to us because of the mind. The mind has created this block because we're playing this game of being humans right now. But everything is moving. Everything is energy, including us, inside of us. And science has already proved it. Look under a microscope. Nothing is staying not moving. Okay.
Right.
So again, there's something inside of that energy that's mental. And this mental projection is, I'm separate. I'm a separate human being. It's my survival when I'm born and I'm dying and I die. And that's a lot of worry and anxiety that's in the body, right? Meditation allows you to actually have a realization that you are more than just human. You are a spirit because of what it gives you. There's no denying it.
Right.
And if you've never had an experience like that, then I encourage you to do different things that could put you in that experience, like meditation, like sound baths could, like yoga, like a lot of hot therapy, cold therapy. Like your time of having an experience will happen. It will happen. You just have to be open to it. And that's another thing too. If you're closed off to it, the chances of you having it is smaller because your mind, again, is so powerful. It's pushing all of that out.
Right.
Or I should say, it's not allowing you to go in. It's not allowing you to go in because everything in the body, your body unlocks everything. Okay. So you have to go into the body.
Okay, so for beginners, again, meditation could seem daunting, right? 5-10 minutes with themselves.
Yeah, I got it. So here's what I would recommend. I would recommend starting by doing just a driving meditation or a walking meditation or with your eyes open meditation, and set the timer for 5 minutes and just watch what's around you. Everything that's around you. So we're sitting in this room. We have cameras. We got the barbells. We got this. Oh, wait, I just had a thought. Like I'm just watching that thought. I see you, like I'm speaking. And you do this for like 5 minutes, okay? Then the next step would be to close your eyes and to do it. The reason why closing your eyes is more challenging is because all the external now is being blocked. You're only inside, and that's very loud. That's why we do like things like, we try to block that noise, right? We talked about the different things: overeating, over watching TV, over drinking, all the overs. Right. That's what blocks. So you then close your eyes, you go inside, and you do that for 5 minutes, and then you're going to have the thoughts where I got to get up. I got too much to do. What am I even doing sitting here? Like, this is not working. And you start judging and all this. And you observe the judgment, you observe the speaking, you observe the mind talking, okay? And you just be that observer. And you increase your time as you go. Maybe it's 5 minutes 1 week, 6 minutes the second week, 7 minutes the third week, and you keep doing it like that. But you do it every day. You do it every day. You don't get caught up into your thoughts the entire day. Have attention in your body most of the day. You can still focus and listen to people and have conversations, but don't put all of your power into what that is and the mental chatter behind it. Stay in your body and just observe.
So what about someone like riddled with anxiety and fear? How do they start meditating when it's just so mind consuming? They're just in this, worried about this, I'm worried about my kids, just about finances, I'm worried about whatever.
I would probably, so for something like that, I would say try journaling too. I mean, obviously link journaling to everything, but I would say take those thoughts, take out your journal and write down the thoughts that you would say are your top like 15 thoughts that you're having that you feel like you're putting a lot of like stress and worry into them. And I would write them down.
Right.
Write them down. And then I would look at them and ask yourself, what's the truth behind that? All the truth behind that. And then just keep asking yourself, what's the truth behind that? And if any of these truths true, like, do I become less of a person if these are true, or well, like what? Am I less of a human being right now? Like if, like, say one of these truths are the opposite, am I more of a human being now, or am I still a human? Am I still the same person? Like, do I still have the same values, poor and no money, as I do if I had $1 million? Would I still have the same values? Well, values are more to the heart and more of who you are, and that's real. And everything else is just kind of something that we've created mentally.
Sorry. Yeah, delusional. Again, fearing things that most of the time never happen. So, again, meditation is linked to spiritual growth. We'll discuss, and I have the practice, like underline of meditation, how it can deepen one's connection to their inner self and contribute to spiritual well-being.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, again, I would just go back to my example, like the two meditations that I had, and then how I felt directly after proved that there's something else going on inside, or what I originally thought. Okay, there's something else going on. And then when I bought into that there's something else going on and just became more curious about life and started practicing all these 7 things that we talk about on the creator exercises, magic started happening, creation started happening. I went from, coaching and training online to then like at a gym next door that, I just happened to be able to train while the owner was never there. And then that turned into, a gym in Mayfield Heights. And then just like all these things of manifestation, because ultimately you understand what this is all about. And this is all about understanding that we are all one being. We are all one spiritual being. And we're all here to play this game of evolving and becoming better and living more in our authentic selves as humans. So therefore, it's like we need each other to get out of this. And that's spirituality. Spirituality is you understand how that this is a game. You understand that there's a higher power. You understand also that you are this higher power because there's only one. Everything is one. Me and Eric are not me and Eric. We are one. You are one. You are not you. You are one.
Love it.
And ayahuasca gave me, ayahuasca and some other plant medicine. So if you want to have that experience, then there's things like, it's not just me talking like this.
So talk about client experience feedback. Is there anything that off the top of your head that you've gotten from coaching clients?
In one meditation regarding meditation. Actually, I just had a client who sent me an amazing text message. He had an experience with meditation. He went to Joshua Tree. Then I was like, wait, I got to hear this. Jumped on the call with him, and he told me his experience, which was he's been working with me for a couple of years off and on, but he believes in meditation and its benefits, and he's believed in it for a while, but he wasn't super consistent with it. He might have not been doing it for a while too. And then I think he got back into it because of rock climbing, and he went out to Joshua Tree, which has this energy behind it. And he was out there just walking, and he saw this flat rock, and it's like, I'm going to go over to this flat rock, sit on there, close my eyes and meditate. And he had an experience where a lot of anger started coming out. And he let go of a lot of anger. A lot of anger came out, and, he was there with it. I'm not going to say specifically what it was about, but it came out. And he then opened his eyes and this raven flew in. And if I'm sure a lot of you know, like raven is like this transcendental bird. I think all birds actually are like these spiritual entities that come in for a reason to help us stay aware of what we're doing right now too. So it flew in and it just sat there as his eyes opened up. And he can even hear when it flew away. It was that close to him. And it flew away and he heard it. And as it flew away, this gust of wind, which actually was blowing in his face when he was meditating, turned around, did a 180, and came to his back. And he just lifted up off the ground. And he knew that it was time to go. And he's been changed ever since. He had the same thing. Now everything inside of him is not as tense. You know, it's not as stressed. There's not all these angry thoughts. They come in sometimes, but now he realized, wait a second, that's just that little thought there. I don't have to buy into because I like that way.
It's amazing spiritual experience of being one and being open to the universe. The universe gave him every sign he needed at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
And
he saw the beauty. He had his soul, and
he sold them. He sold that we're all one.
Well, once you have an experience like that, there's no going back. So that's the beauty behind it. Well, you don't have to. It's not like you have to do all this work. Just put yourself in the bed. Be open. Be open. That's number one. Be open. Stay aware.
Nice. But I mean, is that the goal of life coaching? Is to help people get there?
The goal of life coaching is to just meet them where they're at and allow them to see that they have the power to do anything that they want.
Yeah. So they get them off. I had them.
You have to, not want to live so in the mind and unconsciously ruled by it. It's still there. Like the mind is an awesome tool. If you think about it, like look what we've created just with our mind. But look what we've also created with the egotistical mind. A lot of war, a lot of destruction, a lot of, like all this other stuff. Like we don't have to do that. You can still have all the amazing things in life without any of that.
Right.
So it's got its two sides, a tool and a destroyer.
So let's do it. Let's do
meditation.
Let's do the guided meditation. We're going to cue some music so it's not on. Or wait, we'll add the music to the video as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, but all right. Going in for meditation. I recommend you guys too. If you're driving, please don't close your eyes.
But if you're not, then let's find a comfortable position.
Let's do it.
Let's get seated. Let's take a couple of deep breaths and slowly inhale and slowly exhale. Let your body relax with each breath. So now imagine you're standing on an open desert road and the sun is high, casting a warm, comforting light around you. The road stretches far ahead, leading towards the horizon where your dreams await. So as you start walking towards that horizon, feel the sand beneath your feet, firm and supportive. Notice the vast, open sky above, a symbol of endless possibilities. With each step, feel a sense of purpose and determination growing within you. Ahead, you see a shape forming. It's one of your fears. As you approach it, acknowledge its presence. You may be doubt, anxiety, or an old belief holding you back. Observe it without judgment. Now take a small but deliberate sidestep around this fear. Feel the empowering sensation of moving past it. You don't need to confront or analyze it. Simply acknowledge and sidestep. As you continue down the road, another fear appears. Again, recognize it, and with the same calm assurance, sidestep around it. Each step is a gentle but powerful affirmation of your ability to move forward despite challenges. The desert road is teaching you. Your fears don't have to block your path. They are merely obstacles you can navigate around. You're learning the art of resilience, of moving forward without being held back. With each sidestep, you feel lighter and more confident. The horizon gets closer, and your dreams are now in clear view, not too far away. The realization that you're overcoming your fears brings you a surge of joy. Finally, you see it, the last fear standing between you and the edge of your dreams. This may be your biggest fear, but now you're equipped with the strength and the wisdom from your journey. With one more confident sidestep, you move past it. You've arrived at the edge of your dreams. The realization of your strength and your courage fills you. Continue to breathe deeply, feeling each breath grounding you in this moment. Now that you've sidestepped your last fear, standing at the edge of your dreams, look around you. You are now living in reality you've always envisioned, the culmination of your hopes and your efforts. Feel what it's like to accomplish what you've set out to do. Perhaps it's a sense of profound fulfillment, a deep-seated joy, or a calm contentment. Let these feelings wash over you, filling every part of your being. Around you, the world recognizes your achievements. Imagine the sound of applause, the words of congratulations, and the feelings of being acknowledged for your hard work and dedication. Look around at the faces of your loved ones. They are all here, sharing in your joy and your success. Their smiles, their proud glances, their hugs, and their words of encouragement. Take a moment to absorb the love and the support surrounding you. Among these familiar faces, notice those who are no longer physically with us. They have come one last time to acknowledge your completeness, to share in this pinnacle moment of your life. Feel their presence, their pride, and their love enveloping in you. It's a reunion of hearts, transcending time and space. As you stand in this moment of achievement and recognition, listen closely. What do you hear? Is it laughter and chatter of loved ones? The gentle hum of nature around you? Or the quiet inner voices affirming your success? Look around you. What do you see? Visualize the details of this dream, the colors, the setting, people, and the emotions painting this moment. Immerse yourself in this vivid imagery. Now ask yourself, what are you in this dream? A leader, a creator, an innovator, a healer. Feel the essence of your role and how it aligns with your deepest values and aspirations. As you breathe through these sensations, let them fill every part of you. Feel the reality of your dream in your body, in your heart, in your soul. You are here. You have made it. And this is your moment. Take a few more deep breaths, letting these feelings of accomplishment and joy solidify within you. When you feel ready, gently bring your awareness back to your present surroundings. Open your eyes and carry the sense of fulfillment and completion within you today. How you doing?
Good.
How long was that?
The train. That was good. Again, for me, so when I was there, just to sit in total quietness with myself. I'm still, no 2 years doing this, or 2.5. I still need guidance. Well, YouTube's great. Poets on that, that's great. But anyway, no, this is good.
Did you go anywhere?
I did.
Do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, it just felt like an Arizona type landscape, and red and orange skies, and sand, walking towards mountains, and seeing fears, and because, practice, I guess, the things I've practiced these exercises for a long time, and being calm and having faith, and so it was easier to sidestep fears that I used to be in the past. I remember similar, and it's like sidestep it, move forward, circle on, it has to have them. So it's easier to sidestep it. Those that aren't here vividly, saw my mom, and the one, sense of unheard, just she was such a person with heart and love, and that was a cool moment. Obviously, my family, when you're talking about loved ones, and yeah, I mean, I was moving, and it also felt like a lot of space sometimes in between, like me and the visions, and it just mental space. Emotions came on, happiness, gratitude, the fact that, this is just a fun video game we're all in, and some, feelings of that everything's fine and everything's great, and that we're all so fortunate to be playing the game, to still be playing the game. And yeah, it was good. It was good. And I could see how, some of these thoughts would come up, throughout the day or days too. It was good. It was powerful. Good job. Thank you.
Okay. We can end it on that then.
I would love to hear your comments and so on. So please provide some feedback. Hope everyone liked this podcast again, going from zero meditation to the practice. This is not a one-time thing either. And this is not I'm going to do this for 5 minutes. I didn't like it type thing. I did it for 30 days and it was not fun for any of the minutes of the first 30 days. And then it clicked, kind of like Jeremy said it too, where I don't want to say I saw the power magic of it. It just made me feel good. And as much as I didn't want to just sit there and listen to a guided meditation, but there's a million of them, literally a million on YouTube, empowering us, stress, energy, sleep meditations. There's literally 5,000 subjects. Just play the meditations, Google additional meditations. Again, the goal is not to try it once or twice. The goal is, like Jeremy, like me, 30 days. I'm going to do a guided meditation for 5 minutes and then tell us you don't like it or you don't feel the difference or it hasn't helped you in some higher levels of consciousness.
Yeah, I mean, you don't lose anything trying a couple minutes here and there a day.
What gain some?
You could.
Yeah,
Try it out.
that's the other point too. I mean, you got to force it a little bit, but you got to be open to it for sure. You can't be closed-minded. You got to be open for it to work, and the universe will give it to you.
Much love. See you guys.
Love. See ya. Thank you.